Peace causes disturbance in acquiring it. That's what I'm being led to tell y'all. Peace causes disturbance while acquiring it. What does that mean? I don't know what it may mean for you, but I could share with you what it immediately spoke to me. Peace causes disturbance while acquiring it. What that showed me was, for those of us who are working, those of us who are striving, those of us who are healing, and those of us who are thriving. In order for us to come into contact with peace, we have to cut ourselves away from everything that we realize has been disturbing it. Ain't no telling where we may have to cut off the disturbance from in pertaining to different aspects of our life. But in the journey to acquire peace, it will cause disturbance, because people gonna say, you changing. People gonna say, you don't act the same no more. People gonna say, you acting different. People gonna say, you acting weird. People gonna say all type of things who not in a particular place or space that you may be in your journey. And that's okay. Don't you be like them. Be the example for them to come about those spaces and places that you don't already got yourself about of. Be the example. Be the example of the best version of you that you wasn't yesterday. That should be what each and every one of us first priority be every day when we have a day, and whatever day we have in our grand rising, to be the best version of ourselves that we wasn't, or a better version of ourselves that we wasn't the previous day, which we call yesterday. By now, y'all know my formula different from everybody else. Ain't nothing on the planet like me. The only reason that I affirm and I claim that is because I have a responsibility to. See, because it ain't nobody else on the planet like you. But but it's your responsibility to affirm and acclaim that. Take your power back. That don't mean I'm better than nobody, but it definitely don't mean I'm lesser than nobody. Love is love. Why do I point that out? Because nobody will know what it's like to ever live in your shoes but you. And I realize that nobody will ever know what it's like to live in my shoes like me. I can share the stories. We can share the stories. You can share your story, but I won't know it like you know it. And you won't know it like I know it. And contemplating things like this, it made me want to pose a question. How many of us know? How many of us know? Keyword, know. How many of us know what God has got us through. Not what we got ourselves through, because a lot of us still think it's all about you. And I can relate to that. I've been there before. When it was all about me. Everything that happened, I made it happen. How many of us know what God has got us through? Yeah, it took us to do it. But how many of us know or recognize when we have had divine intervention in our life? Even if it by way came through another human being, because most times it do. If we ever gonna see God, we're gonna see God through another human being. For those of us who ain't realized that yet. You know, and if you don't know who you are, then God probably don't appear to you a million times in the form of some human being in the time that you needed God, and you ain't recognized it because you was looking for what you was looking for in another way, and didn't know that it was going to appear from somewhere through somebody that looked just like you and me. How many of us know what God has got us through, man? What's more important is how many of us forgot, because that's who I want to speak to. Because those of us who remember, if we haven't became a reminder by now, then we should be on the journey in our path to becoming a reminder for somebody, for somewhere. But I want to speak to those who forgot what God has got them through. That's why I came. That's why I'm here. If you remember the lessons, if you know the journey of your soul, then you should be a reminder to somebody, somewhere. Like many of us, if not most of us, I've been inspired by many things. I've learned from many places, gleaned lessons from many men and women, nature, other beings, for those of us who are on that level of it, in the inner verses, throughout all existence. I've been inspired for many things. But unlike most, I don't compare myself to no thing or no one. Nobody. Why is that important? Because this is the only opportunity for me to be the best version of myself. But the only way for me to help you get the picture, because I don't want to make this about me, but it takes me to do it, is to use me sometimes. But this is about you. This is our only opportunity. This is your only opportunity to be yourself and to be the best version at being yourself. Only you can do that. Nobody else can do it for you. And we're going to have to learn. If we don't know by now, we're going to have to learn how to duck and weave. Bob and weave. We're going to have to learn how to bob and weave. You know? Because if we think they're going to war in Russia, Ukraine or somewhere, man, it ain't nothing like the spiritual war that we going through within each and every one of us. The war going on in some foreign country somewhere ain't nothing like the spiritual war that's going on in each and every one of us. And all of us don't got the proper tools to know how to handle it. All of us don't know how to handle it. All of us ain't got the right people in our life so we can be able to handle it. That's why mental health is what it is right now, man. We got a lot of time bombs walking around us each and every day. We got a lot of people hurting walking around us each and every day. We got a lot of people in pain each and every day. And a lot of us holding healing, holding portals of healing for people. But we ain't healed ourselves. So we can't be a proper service to ourselves or others or the universe, nature. The bird was just flickering all outside my window, you know. I'm just acknowledging them because I can't allow them to distract me from the message right now. I'm gonna feed them before it get dark. But how big is your mission? How big is your life? Furthermore, because your life, your mission only gonna be as big as your life. So how big is your mission, family? How big is your life? We gotta start asking ourselves these type of questions. How big is your mission? Because if it ain't building you up, whatever you find interest in, whatever you use to entertain yourself with, if it ain't building you up, it's dumbing you down. Simple, point blank, period. Exclamation. Because we're in the same room won't always mean we occupy the same space. But we gotta know what's our spiritual GPA so we can know how we spiritually navigate. We need to know where we at in the higher realm so when things confront us in this external reality, in this physical realm, we know how to handle it, man. We know how to deal with it. You know? It take a whole lot of life. It take a whole lot of life, family, to learn how to live from within. Through all that we experience. And that's based on this external reality. To acquire all the tools necessary for us to be who we came here to be, but forgot. How big is your mission? How big is your life? It's easy to judge Sawu because I put myself on the front line. I've been on the front line for years doing this work. If you don't know, ask somebody that know. Speaking your mind is therapy for your soul. I ain't realized until I realized how much therapy this was gonna be for me in dropping jewels to assist y'all wherever y'all at on y'all journey. This is just as much therapy for me. That's why I enjoy doing it. Speaking your mind is therapy for your soul. It's important that we speak our mind because I used to be a stuffer. In my younger age, I used to be a stuffer. I'm already an introvert. Y'all wouldn't know it because my Leo placement. It's my Leo placement and my Gemini placement that allow me to sit here and do this. But I'm a Cancer, a true one. But it's other things that's going on in my birth chart that allow me to be here and be so fiery, yet calm and expressive. Yet use wisdom in the way that I express what it is that be put on my heart or be done came through my pen and have to say. Don't remember what God has done for you. No matter how much a God or goddess or a priest or a priestess or a wizard or a warlock, see, because demons got to bow down too. So I'm talking to everybody everywhere. If not personally, energetically, and vibrationally. Don't forget what God has done for you. Because we all rather Sawu be a reminder than them spiritual principalities, being and powers themselves show up in your life and show you they self. And then y'all to realize what Sawu sitting here trying to tell you. We gotta be more careful at being more careful. We gotta be more careful at being more careful. It's fourth quarter and we at halftime. Yeah, I talk real slick, so you gotta listen. We're in the fourth quarter and it's halftime. So what that's telling me to tell you is, if you're already here, if you're already on the field, you're already in the game. We all got an appointed time according to the time on the clock, according to the time on the wall. What do I mean? We all got a time to get right, man. We get right before it all go left. Y'all know how we talk. But everybody ain't here for that. So we need to know how to recognize that. So when we amongst them type of beings, we can brush our shoulders off and keep it moving. We ain't come here to stay here. I'm gonna say it again. We ain't come here to stay here. But one thing for sure, I want to be in control of how I go. So I'm speaking for those who on that same journey. I'm speaking for those who on that same journey, because y'all know how powerful we'd be if we was all in the same space. No matter how many different soul tribes it is out there. Y'all know how powerful we'd be if we was in the same space, regardless of where we at on the journey. We gotta run out of sorries, family, till it ain't no more sorries to have to tell no one nowhere, not even yourself. You know, I had to get tired of doing sorry. I had to get tired of feeling sorry. I had to get tired of having something to feel sorry about. I even had to get tired of being sorry. And my mama always told me, never tell nobody sorry. And it took years for me to realize what she was telling me. She always apologized. Never tell nobody sorry. Never tell nobody I'm sorry. And the people in my life, I have always told them that. Maybe they understand that now. Always apologize. Anything help you. Anything help you, can help you, help somebody else. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. It means just what it say, family. You gotta do it. To change your life, you gotta change your mind. And I'm gonna do this quick shuffle and get this old card out the way, man. It had me pop off. They said Sawu to talk to the sheep. They sent Sawu to be a shepherd for the sheep. I had shepherds come in my life and leave a spark, an impression upon me, so I could become a shepherd one day. Act with fortitude and cooperation. And we can't be no more on time than that. Act with fortitude and cooperation. Archangels Gabriel, and hope. Because you always gotta have hope, man. When you lose hope, you done lost it all. Act with fortitude and cooperation. About sheep. Sheep with their loving, innocent hearts came from the Pleiades to offer wool and to share their milk and their joy. They entered through Archangel Gabriel's high-frequency portal of Mount Shasta. Y'all look up Mount Shasta. Like all creatures from this star cluster, they carry the symbol of 33-petal blue rose in their auras. So they and their products carry healing energy and Christ light. 33, master number. Through sheep, Archangel Hope touches people with optimism and helps them to keep their spirits high so that they can aspire to achieve their full potential. It is this noble service that enables these gentle animals to bear their current conditions on earth with fortitude. Sheep chose to live in flocks because they know that when they act together, what we can do together, they can do their service work of spreading healing to pastors and people more effectively. What we can do together if we weren't so divided in ourselves. They work symbiotically for the highest good. Your guidance today is to cooperate with others. Realize that together you can accomplish greater things than if you work alone. Your aspirations can more easily be fulfilled if you act from the heart and the right brain. So open your heart today and listen to your inner wisdom. Visualize your goal being achieved with love, happiness, and joy. Whether it is acting in harmony with your family or friends, or working as a team with your colleagues, the outcome will be satisfying for you all. Be kind, be calm, and be centered. It is through sacrificing self and personal ambition that everyone will win and a flame of hope will ignite within. It take everyone. It take everyone to make life work. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Feel good for no reason at all. Thank you for the like, share, subscribes, comments, donations, purchases. Peace and love, family. Salud.